Hello and welcome to the seance room, where we communicate with our dearly departed and the occasional annoying, frustrating, but friendly office ghost. The seance room is a place where we all come to discuss everything and anything under the paranormal umbrella. So stay with us, join hands, and enjoy the episode. Hey guys, happy Friday. So this is a unique dream because I've been having this dream for a long time, longer than the top hat old man. And today I actually saw the person in my dreams at 7-Eleven when I went in to get my drink. So my dream takes place in like an old church, very gothic revival type of style. And I remember we were like in an area where there was like a lot of tables, a lot of chairs, and there was this gentleman. The only way I can describe him, he sort of looks, if you watched American Horror Story, I believe it's the Apocalypse episode or season, whatever you want to call it. The guy with the blonde hair, he sort of resembles him, except he had blue eyes and was extremely tall. And anyways, so he in my dream seemed to be like some powerful person or whatever. And I was walking around with a friend, and we were dressed in our deity, like blue and white for Yamaya. He was dressed in black and red for Eligua. I'll talk more about Yamaya and Eligua and others maybe in another episode. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. Anyways, so we were walking in our colors and with our robes and everything. And I remember running and hiding under a table. And for some reason, I became invisible. It's weird. I was invisible. And then he came in and he's all like, I know you're here. I can't see you, but you're here. And he would walk around, and me and my friend were like scared shitless because for some reason this guy just terrified us. And he walked over to where we were hiding, and he crouched down, and he's all like, I know you're here. I just can't see you and I can't find you, but I'll get you. Don't worry, one day. And he walked away. So we stayed under the table for a while, and we got out, we got up, and then we ran out of the church. And then we somehow ended up in another section of this location, and there was a girl who had a baby, but kind of like a deformed baby. Like his head was sunk in. Like he wasn't... Yeah, it's just it's hard to describe. And we were standing like at maybe a good distance from them, and that guy comes back in and he starts talking to her and everything, and he's holding the baby and everything, and whatever. And he turned around and he made eye contact with us, and he kept saying, "I can't see you, but I know you're standing there." And we were like, shit. We were trying to figure out how come he can't see us, And then it runs forward to a wedding, and it's sort of like the scene from when Bella and Edward get married, all blood and everything. But we turn and we look, and the bride turns and she looks, and she's marrying this dude in a freaking, robe. And the only way I can describe him is like the Grim Reaper. It's the only way I can describe it. And she's screaming and she's yelling and screaming and crying and the whole 9 yards. Well, this morning I pull in to go get my morning, my take of the morning coffee, which is Coke. And I walk in and I'm like at the machine getting my drink and everything. And this guy walks in. I hear the bell, go off, and I just got this like chill running up my body. And he was also getting a drink, and I just like froze mid pour of my drink. And I turned around, and it was the dude from my dream. Now, mind you, I've had this dream like over 10 years ago, okay? So this is like way before, the fake vampire movie, way before I ever met this person. I've never met him before. I had no eyes. So this is over 10 years. And I turned and I looked at him, and I got shivers down my back. And he turned around and he looked at me, like we kind of looked at each other, and he's all like, he just kind of gave me that look. And I'm expecting him to tell me something, right? I was like, fuck, please tell me, don't tell me this, don't tell me that. And I was like, damn, what do I do? So I continue getting my drink, right? And then right next to the soda machine, there was like a little pastry section. And I hear, excuse me. And I was like, fuck. I'm like, yeah? He's all like, have we met before? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. He's all like, you look very familiar. Like, I've seen you before, we've met before, but you look really familiar. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. I'm not going to say, well, I had a dream. You were in my dream, and you were like an evil dude. I wasn't going to say that. And he kind of just stared at me for a while, and he's all like, that's weird, because I hear the words, I know you're there, but I can't see you. I literally dropped my soda. I had a big gulp in my hand, and it just slipped right out of my hand. And the guy who knows me, because I go there every morning, he's all like, hey, Denise, are you okay? And I go, yeah, I'm sorry. My hand just went numb, and the soda spilled. So I'm like, don't worry, I'll go get the mop and I'll mop it up for you. And he's all like, go ahead and get a refill and don't worry about it. And he's all like, that's familiar, right? Like, you've heard that before. And I turned around from looking at the worker who works there. I go, yeah. He's all like, how do I know you? And I go, I don't know. I go, past life, maybe? I don't know. And I wasn't going to sit there and tell him, hey, well, 10 plus years ago, I had a dream and I encountered you in my dream. But in my dream, you were an evil bastard who, hurt people. I'm not going to sit there and tell him that because he's going to fucking think I'm fucking crazy, which, well, technically I sort of am. But I'm not going to say that to him. So, I got my soda and I got my pastry, and he was already like up at the register paying, and he gave me his number. Now, not like in a like, here, call me, I want to go out with you number. He's all like, no, I want to talk to you about this dream you had. And I'm like, why? It's like a dream 10 plus years ago. He's all, well, because I had something similar like that. And I'm like, you shitting me? Like, you're fucking around, right? He's all, no. And the last thing he said before he walked out, he said it was like a Gothic revival church. My dream had like a Gothic style church. So now I know he's not fucking around because we've somehow ended up with the same type of dream. So I gave him my number. I didn't take his number. I gave him my number. I gave him the hotline number. And I was about to pay, and the guy goes, no, he already paid for you. I was like, what the fuck? And the funny thing is, he also drives a blue car like mine, except mine has B tagging and it has the rack on top, and his doesn't. What the fuck? Can we say small world? But what trips me out is that he had the same dream, or it had involved the same Gothic revival or Gothic style church. So, I'm going to see if anything of his dream is similar to my dream. And then if that's the case, then yeah, we've both experienced some type of past life crossing, which is, I think, fucking crazy. I've never had somebody have the same dream or the same thing I did. Like, I've had a lot of past life regression sessions, which that will probably be another story. But I found this really odd, really weird, that this guy out of the blue is a living, breathing human being, and it wasn't just a dream. But anyways, all right, that's my end of my story, which is kind of weird, but I guess. And I'm off to work. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye. Have you ever wanted a podcast that is multifaceted? That your hosts are cool and down to earth. They talk about everything under the sun, including the kitchen sink, but they also are real. Well, let me tell you about Table Muscles. Now, Rob and Wolf are co-hosts, and Rob is a good friend of mine. They have a really cool podcast that, like I said, covers everything. They do conspiracy theories, they do shout outs, they support an organization or an awareness for the month. If you are going through a rough time, they make themselves available. You can hit them up with a direct message on Insta, their Facebook page. I don't know if they have a Twitter yet, But they're really cool podcast. Two really down to earth guys that keep it real. You know, they're there for you. They talk about a lot of different things. So their podcast has a little bit of everything. Make sure you go check them out. It's Table Muscles. They're on every platform. They're on social media. Let them know that Ms. Hyde from What the Paranormal sent you. And go show them some love and support. They're fairly new, but, you know, let's show our support. And they have a little bit of everything, so, you know, they may have topics that you really enjoy. So go take a listen and see what they have. Don't forget, they're called Table Muscles, and they're on social media, and they are on all the podcast platforms. And don't forget to tell them that Miss Hyde from What the Paranormal sent you over. Thank you for joining us in the seance room. I hope you enjoyed the episode today. And I would like to thank all our new listeners, all our current listeners, and all our future listeners for joining us. With that being said, please like, share, and subscribe our podcast. We are on all platforms from Apple to Spotify to castbox, soon to be iHeartRadio. So you can probably find us on all podcast platforms. If you have any stories you'd like to share, please go ahead and email us at whattheparanormal1977@gmail.com. We'll take a look at your story and we'll read it. If you would like to follow us on social media, we are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also leave us a message via the Anchor app. The link will be listed below. And with that being said, we close the seance room. And we hope you all have a good day and keep it ghosting. If you're new to the podcast community and you want to start a new podcast and you're looking for a platform that is user-friendly, that has everything you need at your fingertips, that won't set any limits, that you can earn money, then I would recommend Anchor. Now, Anchor can be used basically anywhere. You could be in your car, you can be laying on the sofa in bed, where you can edit, record, and upload. You can throw in soundtracks. Everything is there for you. Now, I use it because, it's user friendly, and it is free, and I find it really easy to navigate without it being very confusing. Now, most platforms, before you can even try it out, you need to sign up and pick a plan. I like Anchor because I don't have to go through any of that. So I recommend it. Now, if you really want to get into it, I recommend you going to your website, anchor.fm, and, signing up. Or you can download anchor.fm from the Google Store, iTunes, and give it a try. So don't forget to go to anchor.fm, sign up, and I'll see you all in the podcast community.